With results like these, you may be asking yourself, is the Amazon Influencer Program even worth it anymore?
What did he just say?
Welcome back. It is 2024 and we got off to a interesting start with January.
You can say that again.
If this is our first time meeting, hi, I'm Alex. I help give people realistic side hustles that gives them realistic extra income to pay them very real bills.
That's very nice.
And I highly suggest you go back and watch my videos from this past year, starting from where I first got started in the Amazon Influencer Program up until now, and I give tips and tricks along the way. But now let's talk about January, and make sure to stick around to the end, because after we go over everything, I'm gonna give you a tip of something that you need to go back and look for, because you could be missing out on some commissions.
Am I missing something?
So January was, like I said, interesting. It was not terrible, everything didn't fall off a cliff, but it definitely wasn't my best month by far. Now, here's the kicker with that. That is fully what I expected. I actually did better than I expected, and here's why. Because January and February are typically the worst months of the year for online shopping. Everybody just got done spending a whole bunch of money with the holidays, and January is your time to recover before tax season and all that kicks up and people start spending more money. And also with January, if you notice, we had a lot of winter weather across the country, and that affects the logistical side of getting things shipped. My brother and my father both work for FedEx, and they were sitting at home for a week or two during all the snow and all that stuff. And you don't get any commissions until things ship. So those winter storms and stuff also kept things from shipping. So that also had a negative effect on your numbers. But right now, everybody's trying to recover. So if your numbers are down, don't freak out. Like, you're good. It's supposed to be. Now, if your numbers were somehow up, that's even better. Now you seem to have a new floor and you can only go up from there. But I just wanted to temper your expectations for that and not get too discouraged just because your numbers may have been down from November and December. If this was your first month in the program altogether and you're thinking, man, I put effort into this and it was terrible, I made next to nothing, you're good. Like I said, nobody is shopping right now. I mean, somebody is, but compared to the end of the year, January is tough. So just hang in there and get your videos uploaded, because then as these people start to go back to shopping after tax season and all that stuff, you're already going to be ready and prepared for that. Now we're about to look at my specific numbers for January and compare them to last year. But before we jump into that, if you are brand new in or you're trying to get in, I do have a free beginner guide, like I say all the time, down in the description.
It's all free.
It shows you how to get in and gives you some tips and tricks of what the program is and all that kind of stuff. I know for those of you that have watched before, I said last time I had a course that was going to be done that week. Stuff comes up, been dealing with a lot of stuff around the house, so sorry about that. It is coming, but it is going to teach you literally everything and how to scale this and turn this into hopefully a full-time income. And as always, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, so that way it's worth it for me to sit down and continue to make these videos. Now I'm gonna get the iPad out and let's jump right into the numbers. And my normal disclaimer on the chart, I don't give exact numbers, I give the general estimates, because Amazon doesn't want you sharing, down to the penny numbers. So try to respect them and do all that so you get the general numbers. So as you can see, starting from the end of July, I steadily increased and got better and better. Sales went up all the way through November. November was our big spike, and if you remember, that's because of Black Friday shopping and starting to get into Christmas shopping. Then December went down lower because you still get that Christmas shopping the first half of the month, and then people stop altogether because there's no way for things to get shipped in time for Christmas. So you really only have a couple weeks there of actual sales. And I had been telling you this whole time also with the November and December numbers to not expect to keep increasing from there, because those are inflated for holiday shopping. But what you realistically want to do is improve against your October numbers, because those are more normal shopping times. So you want to continue to get better from there. But getting into the chart, we had the 31 days in January. And then for my videos added, once again, I only had 11 videos that I uploaded in January. And I know I continue to tell y'all I need to do better, because I do need to do better. Every time I come back and do a review of these videos, I'm like, really? I only did 11? That is unacceptable. And it is very possible for you to do a whole lot more than that. Even if you just do one a day, you know, you're knocking out 30 to 31 a month doing one a day. And that would be a whole lot better than what I'm doing. So 11, not acceptable. When we had all those winter storms and stuff come through, my heat went out, so I had to worry about fixing that stuff. I actually think that I may have some raccoons in my attic now, so got to deal with that. There's just been a lot of stuff going on in January. There's still no excuses for it. I could have put out one a day easy, and that would have been over 30 videos, but we're at 11. So that brings total videos up to 109. The total video numbers may start to get weird in the future as I test things and maybe remove some videos that aren't performing and maybe re-upload them and different stuff like that. So that may mess up the total video numbers, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For the clicks, like I said, from July up through December, we kept increasing up to November and then back down a little bit for December. For January, we had around 1,480 clicks. That's slightly above September. September was my 2.5 months in, so it was right above that. So even though January is supposed to be worst month of the year, it was still better than that. But I also only had, I had half the videos in September as I do now. It's not great, but throughout the year, it should continue to go up. For sales in January, I ended up with right around 160 sales, which is actually pretty good. That was right in line with, as you can see, October. And like I said, we don't really need to compare to November, December. We need to go back to a normal month, which would be October. So 160 sales is actually not too bad. The conversion, like I said, the conversion is from the amount of people that click on your video compared to the amount of people that actually end up purchasing that product. So my conversion is between 10.5% and 11%, which was better than every other month except for August, which was my second month. So that's good. So that means that people are watching my videos and making more purchases than clicking off and going to watch somebody else's. So next we'll go into the monthly revenue. Monthly revenue is just the total dollar amount of sales from the product, so not my commissions. If there was one product that was $100 that sold, the revenue would be $100. That does not mean how much I made from that. So the revenue for January was just under $12,000 for the month of January. Compared to this past year, that would be slightly less than October. So again, we're right kind of in line with October, but once again, October we had 40-ish less videos. So it's not great, but it is January. Just keep telling yourself that. Here's the number that really matters more than anything else, is the monthly earnings. So this is the actual commissions that you make from the product. So out of the just under $12,000 in revenue, 160 sales led to January earnings for me at just under $300 for the month of January. Like I said, even what's supposed to be the worst month of the year, that's still almost $300 extra in my pocket. Like I said before, there's a lot of different types of bills that you can pay off with that. It's just extra income. So that reduces some of the stress and some of the load on you for paying the bills. $300 extra in your pocket for something this easy is definitely nothing to mock. But compared to the rest of mine, once again, it's slightly under where October's numbers were at $290-ish. We go to the affiliate side. It's never a high number. That's because that's the normal putting links and videos and stuff on other platforms and trying to get people to come to Amazon to buy stuff. So a lot more difficult to get sales that way. Definitely possible. Some people have full businesses just doing that, but I don't put a lot of time into that. So mine's never that great. So for January is just over $4 for the month of January. So just a couple sales from that. And then that makes the total year-to-date earnings, since we're only in January, add those two together, it makes $294. That does not include anything with bonuses, partnerships, anything like that. That is just from the affiliate and the influencer commissions. And as you know, my favorite part to get into is really the partnerships, not necessarily the bonuses, but this is a way that you can really start ramping up the income and getting products and stuff like that. So for bonuses, once again, no bonus for January. Like I said before, Amazon completely controls who they send a bonus. It's usually like some sort of challenge. They control who they send it to and how much it is and stuff like that. It's random from what I can see, and the only time I've been sent a challenge to get a bonus is in September, and nothing else since then. So that's that. And then my favorite part is the partnerships. So I've went back, and as you can see, I've condensed the partnership side compared to previous videos. I used to break down essentially each partnership and all that stuff. And now I just basically combined all the money that I've made from them for that month and how many products I got, essentially. I took off the values of all the products and stuff like that. So for January, as far as partnerships goes, I made about an extra $115 in payments from the brands and got 3 more free products from those brands. And then obviously continue to get commissions as people buy that stuff on Amazon. So that was the partnerships. So really, if you add all that together, you get about $300 in regular earnings, and then another 115 from the brands, and then the products, which also have, you know, a monetary value with those. And those products, when you're done reviewing them, you can keep them if it's something you need, or you can put it on eBay or Facebook or something and sell those and make more money from those. And that is the earnings update for January. Now, like I said before, that you needed to stick around till after those, because I'm going to give you a tip here on something that you need to look for that you could possibly be missing out on commissions. So Amazon will send you frequent emails depending on what holidays coming up or time of year and stuff like that. And they'll sometimes tell you what hashtags to use in your titles and stuff to basically qualify for them to maybe show that product through ads and stuff on their platform. And so what I did this past week was go back through all my videos to fix the titles to remove that hashtag, because obviously holiday hashtags are no longer relevant. So I wanted to change the titles of my videos to hopefully start to get them seen again more often on the platform. And here's what I was going to say that you need to watch out for. When I went back through my videos, I found like 2 videos that had been rejected. Now, when I first uploaded them, they were approved, and they were approved for months and months and made me commissions. But like I said before, Amazon is frequently reviewing these videos. So if they come across it and they think that there was something that, you know, went against some sort of guideline that they have, then they will shut it down. Just because the video got approved 6 months ago and has been getting commissions doesn't mean that it's always going to be approved. So those few products that the video had been rejected, who knows how long. I mean, it's been a while since I looked at them. So if it's been 2 months that they've been rejected, that means I could have been making commissions on them, but because I hadn't checked on them recently, they've just been sitting there not getting any commissions. So who knows how many commissions that cost me. Now, I actually didn't break any guidelines. They said that the reason for getting rejected was I disclosed personal information, which I did not. Something in their system flagged it incorrectly, but that doesn't matter. It still was flagged. So I have to re-upload the video for it to be published again and start making commissions on it. The point of all that is make sure every so often you go back and look through all the videos that you've published and make sure that they're all still running, and make sure they haven't been rejected, because you could be missing out on sales for those and just not even know. So that is something really important to keep track of. And like I've told y'all before, I don't gatekeep. You making sales does not take any sales away from me. So that's enough rambling for me for today. Like I said, if you're just now getting started or trying to get in, there's a free beginner guide in the description below. Make sure you check that out. Please subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up, so that way it shows to more people and it's worth it for me to continue to sit down and make these videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.